Having had all of that work, what has that cost you?
£750,000. How much is that in dollars?
Do you have a calculator? Hi, I'm Justin Jedlica, and I've spent over $1 million on my body. I'm interested to meet other people that have spent the same amount on themselves and see if they look as good as.
Wow. So he have spent $1 million to look like this, basically, in his appearance, his entire body. But let's see.
I do. We have a really special guest today. We've been competing in the media for a long time. I've had a lot of questions that I wanted to ask.
Wow.
And we're definitely going to put it out on the table. She has another surgery she wants to do. What's left? I don't know.
It's still
Wow.
not enough. I want more.
Wow. I mean, Chad, would you do that? Is that something that you would do? Hook on the look.
Today on the $1 Million Body
Ali.
Club, I have Jedlica Alves, formerly known
Wow. Jessica was a guy?
as the other human Ken doll, Rodrigo Alves, who's come all the way from UK to ask my opinion on her next procedure.
Oh.
The last time that I saw Jessica was about 2 years ago, and she was living as Rodrigo at that point. I'm a little anxious today to meet Jessica.
Wait, okay.
It's the same person still, you know, it's still gonna be the two Ken dolls chilling, except
Wow. Talking about Johnny Bravo looks. So Jessica was just maybe before, what basically was a dude before transitioning.
now it's a Ken and a Barbie. I think being a plastic surgery expert, I've been there, I've done that. Anything that really has been available on the market, I've tried it, and I just have a passion for it.
Wow.
She has another surgery she wants to do, and she's come and asked my advice for it.
You know what I always ask when I see this is that, you know, are they living with pain constantly?
I've had a lot of questions that I wanted to ask her for a long time, and we're definitely gonna put it out on the table. Oh my God! Hey, beautiful, how are you?
Hi. So what do you think?
It is a big change, but
From
you look
water
gorgeous.
to wine. Last time that you saw me as a man,
Let me
as
just
Rodrigo.
stop judging. I look at the camera, I saw my face was like, I had the judgmental face.
Alves.
I felt like you were happy to be a man, but a man.
Huh? Okay. This is quite new to me. I haven't watched this video before, so it's quite new to me.
And who had a lot of plastic surgery. So I was quite shocked when I heard about it.
Yeah, I was trying my best to be a man, but I was always very unhappy. I knew that I was a woman deep inside me, but I was afraid to come out.
So you have to realize that there's a lot of people that saw you as this human Kindle. Then all of a sudden we see Jessica coming up.
All right, guys, look at her and you can tell me what you think in the comment section. So I'm not sure originally what was her gender. I don't know. I guess maybe she's just gender fluid. And she decided to look like this. What do you guys think about that?
There's a lot of people who think that that was potentially a play for attention.
Changing a gender and transition is something very serious.
I agree with
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel comfortable.
Oh, okay. So it was he. So first of all, she was born as a man and then she transitioned to a woman.
On my skin because I knew that deep inside
Okay. Very unrecognizable. Very different.
me I was a woman, but I didn't know how to transition. Life became unbearable.
You don't regret having gone through all of those changes at Rodrigo to now become Jessica? Because it was
Rodrigo.
a necessary journey.
I don't
be-
regret at all. I'm very blessed by the fact that I lived 36 years as Rodrigo Alves, lived throughout amazing experiences, but now I'm a woman. I'm 100% woman. My brain now, it's aligned to my body. I feel
Okay. Is she 100% woman? Because I mean, 100%. The last time I checked, 100% women come out of the womb being a woman. They don't go through different procedures or under the knife to become a woman. And then I think she's 100% woman, 100% made woman.
much more calmer, content.
You know what's the worst thing? The suck thing about this is that, like, you know, you to speak your mind when you see this, because for some reason, I mean, we can see it and we can think. I mean, all of the time we want to be very much supportive, and yeah, you can be supportive and at the same time speak your mind, speak of what you think about, because generally, I mean, you know, everyone should be able to speak about everyone. I mean, in a respectable way, of course, but for some reason, I'm finding myself somewhat hesitant because I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling because it's like normally if it was somebody else, I would be like very much, you know, to the point and to the direct. But with her now, I have to be, you know, I don't know. It's like it's a weird thing to, you know, to be explaining something that you've seen, but everybody know the truth, of course. But anything else that we're gonna say is just, yeah, opposite from the truth. But
Happy.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Congratulations.
at the end of the day, everybody's her life, it's her body, her choice, her life. She get to choose whatever she choose to do with it. She can go, you know, she can do as much surgery as far as how much her pocketbook, you know, can afford. But at the same time, that doesn't make it seems like, you know, it's not like we're not able to speak on the truthfulness of what we think about it. For me, I think it's totally unnecessary. But for her, it's necessary. But for me personally, I don't think this is really useful. But I really would like to know, okay, what is the use of it? Meaning, now, is she gonna get, let's say, the Barbie movie? Was she in the Barbie movie? Does she get acting roles? Have you guys ever seen her? I mean, right now she's in this show. She's been interviewed, but one show is it enough to to support this type of lifestyle? And she says she planned to do more surgeries. So I wonder how is that gonna look like, and what does she do for her lifestyle? Like, where did she get the money for this? Because definitely it's really an expensive lifestyle to be going through, you know, body changes, body alteration through surgeries. And we do know that surgeries in that way, well, surgery is never a cheap process. So I'm really curious what does she do for, you know, and what does she gain from it? And maybe the feeling, because she says she gained the feeling of being more, she was not satisfied as a man. Now she is more satisfied as she is right now, but who knows?
It's very interesting for me to
I mean, if it works for her, yeah, it works.
see you again. Me as a woman, you as a man, still carrying the crown as the human life king doll worldwide.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. I don't know if the ladies are interested in him. And ladies, how do you feel about Kendall, this guy, Justin Jedlica?
I've considered my crown, and I don't have any titles anymore.
So knowing all of the surgery that you've had to date, which is quite extensive from head to toe, is there
Yes, that's a long list.
anything that you want to do in addition?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Jessica, you're
well,
crazy.
so I flew across the Atlantic to see you to talk about silicone implants, because I know that you design silicone implants. I have had liposuction and a BBL to my hips and my butt.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about that, about her, basically. I don't know.
But it's still not enough. I want more. I would like to have like a large size, at least 625 cc's.
Wow, it's big.
Is it very big?
We could definitely do a buttock implant on you. It is supposed to have one of the most painful recoveries and one of the high.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at her legs, it still sort of resemble a guy's leg from some angles. But I mean,
highest rate of infections because the incision is along the crack of the buttock.
So do you think that I'm pushing too far?
Do I think you're pushing your body too far? You're asking me that? I mean, I would be amiss if I didn't say that I was concerned for you.
hey,
I definitely
is that what you guys like?
don't want to see you go through more issues like you've had in the past.
No.
So let's just pick somebody that's going to be the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I will be there to support you through your buttock augmentation
Nice. So would
if
you
that's
design
something
my
you decide to
implant?
do. I would feel really blessed.
I really wonder, like when ladies, I don't know if anyone who has had Botox augmentation, BBL, what happens like when you sit down? Like, isn't it painful? You know, like just asking for a friend. Isn't it like really painful? Because you can imagine, especially if there's something in there that is not, but that you were born with. I mean, how do you sit? And can you sit for a long period of time? I mean, do you have to keep moving, and do you have to keep taking painkillers and stuff like that to minimize the pain? Because I can imagine for them both, there's so much surgeries. You can look at his face; it's like it doesn't look like normal. Yeah, I believe this guy, he has done even ab surgery. So basically, you have abs, and they are all silicone and calves silicone, and yeah, a lot of silicone in his body, basically.
To have a piece of my art installed in Jessica
Oh,
Alves'
that's-
body.
Also, let's make a plan for that. It's not fashionable or a fetish to transition. It's something very, very serious. I had such a lovely day with Justin.
Jessica's changed a lot since the last time that we were together. Now she's full woman. So it's definitely a huge visual change. I had a lot of concerns for the things she went through recently. It sounds like she's focused and she has a goal in her life. We both love plastic surgery and body modification, and that's okay, as long as it's done in a safe way. Jessica definitely has $1 million body. The doors to this $1 million body club are closing, but I'll see you next time.
Okay. All right, $1 million body. I mean, I don't know if that's the only way to get $1 million body, but surely this is their way of actually expressing themselves. And I believe everybody have their own way of expressing themselves. So yeah, who am I to judge? So this is Justin Jedlica. He's 44 years old. We can look at some pictures of different how he actually look naked, well, not fully naked, of course, and his swim underwear. Yeah, I'm trying. Come on, stop playing with me. All right, let's maybe revisit this page right here. Bro, I'm not trying to accept nothing. Daily Mail. Okay, this was the girl from here. Okay, so he started as a guy first. This is him originally, and transitioning to that. Okay, so probably he was a celebrity probably. I really want to know, what do they gain out of this, really? Like, what is really there to gain? Like, and what's the reason? I do understand there's a lot of reasons why they're doing it, because for some reason you said that they were not happy with being a man, or basically being the gender that they were made, and they decided to change it. Okay. But how to live a life like this, you know? Really living a life that you were being stitched. And do they stay close, you know? Like, okay. I mean, bro, you could have gone to the gym and do it. But as you can see, his shoulders, to get this way of his shoulders, even his chest, are basically implants. He went through a lot of different changes. Some people choose to go to bodybuilding at the gym, and others choose surgery. I don't know if is he okay? Wow, dang, takes a lot of guts to actually put yourself in through this. Really, really a lot of guts. Okay, this was, I think, was Justin. Oh, wow, from this to that. It reminds me of Chucky. And interesting. It's not what I wanted to do. Is there anyone that will do this? Who will put their body to this process, really? I thought Ken doll was supposed to be a action figure, a play toy. But I guess it has such a huge impact in some people that, you know, they decided to become Ken dolls. Really, people? Really? All right, that was about it. I'm just doing this because I remember I've seen it somewhere on the internet, and I'm like, okay, interesting. I should really, talk about this, because I like to talk about things that I find interesting. And wow, wow, this is something. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Much luck to them. I hope they are happy. And I really sincerely mean that. Wow, that's getting creamy. Oh. Wow. So basically, their whole lives, how are they getting paid for this? I understand they do. They have to pay, but how? It's a lot of money for the surgery. How do they get paid? But maybe, again, maybe they get paid to be on TV shows. Maybe. But anyway, that was about it. I don't know if what do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about this? Is it something that you would do? Become a Ken doll? Or I don't understand for people who have, let's say, tummy tuck. That's people, and after a while of basically going through the process of weight loss, then tummy tuck, mommy makeover. Yeah, I mean, after losing weight, and then a lot of the times for some people, their skin can get extremely soggy, just hanging down. So that is necessary. But this, I don't know, I think this is a bit it's a different lifestyle. I would say it's a different lifestyle, very much different. This is hugely different, and gotta respect it, because at the end of the day, they go fully in, because it's not dabbling in, one foot in, one foot out. They just really dive in. So that's a lot of that determination right there. We don't see it often, but we do see a lot of BBL is becoming very much I mean, it's not anymore, like, it's not just the very speaking of it, or it's not a beginning trend. It's been there for a long period of time. But this was interesting, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you like that? Would you be dating someone like this? And like I always say at this time, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I always say, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.